Hey guys, and welcome to number 21 of the Derby Career Mode Live. I want to say it's number 21, but it might be 22. I'm not too sure with the numbers. But anyway, let's get into this episode. In the last episode, we did make some really nice signings, and I think they've really bulked up this squad nicely. We did try Calabos out wide. He just didn't quite work there, so we're going to have to obviously bring in a new winger, and that was Rodriguez. 90 pace, and then about 72 dribbling, 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and can play anywhere in the front three. We also got Callum Wilson, I believe, in the last episode. That's a cracking signing. One of the best signings I've ever made on a career mode. For 6 million plus Darren Bent, which adds up to about 7 million. That's a bargain of a buy, in my honest opinion. Unfortunately, we did have an injury, and that was to Hoga. He is going to be out for the next, month and a bit, so we have put Thorne back into the holding midfielder role. But apart from that, we haven't done too much. So we have got about 4 million left, and you guys did suggest some players, and there actually were some quite interesting ones in there. Vardy, unfortunately, he has moved to Brentford during this window as well. I think we've got enough strikers. I think another one was mentioned was Danny Ings. I think Callum Wilson is that kind of player who's very pacey and will make a lot of stuff happen. It was very similar to Abel Hernandez, a similar kind of style player. Another couple of players you guys suggested was Westwood and Leitner. Both of them quite interesting players, to be honest, because they are quite versatile. Leitner he's a bit more of an attacking midfielder, winger kind of player. Westwood's a bit of a holding guy, similar to Thorne. So I'm not too sure if we need these two at the moment, but maybe in the January transfer window we'll try and get him. But I kind of want to get Leitner now because he's very young, and I believe he's only just come back from his loan. So this is like the best chance we're going to get to get him for a good price. I'm trying to think if we could do a swap deal. We could swap Bryson, but I don't really want to. That's the thing. I just feel like keeping him at the club. We could do Hendrick, but again, another player I really like at the club, and I don't really want to get rid of. But we could do someone like Bunjaku plus like 1.7. Maybe they'll accept that. Let's see. Another player you guys suggested was this Gergo Lovrenciski, or whatever his name is, Lovrencis. 5-star weak foot, to be fairly honest, that's not bad, but he is 27 years old, injury prone as well. It's just really annoying when a player is injury prone because he's not going to be playing too many games. Yeah, there's plenty of players here that we could always look at in the January transfer window, but I think for the time being, we're going to go into the first game of this episode against Liverpool, see how our new signings do, and yeah, in the last episode we did quite nicely. I think we won and drew against Man United, so that was not bad at all. So I'm not too sure if we should start Wilshin, you know. Martin in the Prem, is he out of his depth? I'm not too sure, but I want to keep him in the team for the time being. So let's have a look at the Liverpool lineup for today's game. They're playing like a 5-2-1-2, which is a bit of a strange formation, but when you think about it, they've got Moreno, who's a bit of a wing-back kind of player. I'm not too sure who their central centre-back yeah, it's Colo Torre, isn't it? I saw him on the pitch. Joe Allen and Jordan Henderson, Lallana, Danny Ings, Origi. It's a very pacey, counter-attacking style team. It's going to be difficult against the five at the back to get some goals. But let's go and see if we can. Here we go. Good layoff to Calabos. And it's a goal. Oh my god. Straight away. 2 minutes. Salabos, not Calabos. I need to get that into my head now. It's Salabos, not Calabos. I don't know why I'm such a noob. But yeah, we're going to call him Salabos from now on because apparently that's how you say his name. But yeah, that was a wonderful strike. A nice bit of hold-up play from Martin. And then just the layoff. And then just wonderful Salabos with the ball against the post. Mignolet couldn't do anything. And it's 1-0 against the five of the back team. So that's actually a really good early goal. And it means Liverpool actually have to come out now and actually attack. And that's a skirtle cross for you. Straight to Thomas Ince. Henderson. Oh my bloody god, has that just gone in? That's a great equaliser from Liverpool. You really can't take that away from them. They've kind of been knocking on the door for the last 5 minutes and probably deserve it. But that was sensational. It was a stupid cross from Skirtle, and then Ince kind of just gave the ball away simply, and then just a beautiful volley from Henderson. That's a great ball from Thorne to Ince. Can he whip the word? Go on, near post. Wilson, straight away. Oh my god. What a tactical substitution that was. Lovely ball from Ince into the near post, and then Wilson with his 97 pace just boom, gets there and gets his nut on it. That was a lovely goal. straight away. Wonderful ball from Thorne as well to get it to Ince in the first place, and then the near post ball, and then Mignolet probably should have done a bit better at his near post, but I think that's Callum Wilson's first goal for the club. Yeah, it is first goal for the club, so that's something for the history books. And there it is, 3 points against Liverpool. That is a tremendous victory for a championship tier team, and it just shows bringing on the players at the right time. Obviously starting with Martin to get the assist, the early goal, and then Wilson just gets his goal and gets us the 3 points. As I said in the game, Richard Keogh, he was absolutely tremendous, and he was the second best player on the pitch. Drummond got man of the match with 9 saves, but Keogh, the amount of tackles he won 5 out of 5, and yeah, just a really, really good defensive partnerships we've got at the moment. So what I think I'm going to do is put Jeff Hendrick plus $1 million. I think if they accept that, then I'll be more than happy, but if not, I think I'm just going to keep Jeff Hendrick at the club, because he's that kind of player that's probably just going to stay at this career mode for the entire time. So that's a crazy big signing. After 1 season, Halahovic is 84 rated, and he's gone to Manchester United for 40 million. Kind of crazy how Barcelona did sell him for only 40 mil when you think about it. So Bojan wants to leave Stoke. The only issue is we don't really have enough money, plus who do we put in the deal? Like, I don't want to get rid of Salabos, sorry, because he's in amazing form at the moment, and he's probably going to go to a higher rating. Ince, I don't really want to get rid of him either. It's just really difficult to get someone to go in that direction and to bring him into the club. So I'm not too sure what we're going to do on this front. I wouldn't mind like Albin Tozer plus the 3 mil. Maybe they'll accept that, I don't know. The first cup game for us is against Southend. It's a very easy opponent, so we are going to be using our second team. It'll be interesting to see how some of the new signings that haven't had a chance to come into the first team yet will do. Obviously Hoban and Han. We have kind of played with these two, but not too much. Rodriguez had like 20 minutes in the last game, but yeah, I think I'm kind of tempted just to simulate the Capital One Cup in the future. Leave your comments down below on what you think, because I don't know, it's kind of nice to play some of the players that haven't had a chance to play, but at the same time I kind of just want to simulate it, get through the season. Like the FA Cup and the Premier League are the only 2 really interesting things to me. But yeah, I think we're just going to put Wilson onto the bench. Obviously he's not getting too much time. Same with Martins for Thorne, because he's kind of the first team player. And yeah, let's go into the game. Here we go, Rodriguez on the right hand side this time. Can he get some damage going? That's it, Rodriguez in the near post. It was a bit of a weird one. It took me a second to realise what had happened there, but he's got the number 10 at the moment. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. It was is it like a valuable number at the club, but I don't know if he's quite earned it yet. Maybe we'll give Salabos the number 10 and then change him up, but I think we'll do that after the January after the window in the summer, because you never know who's coming in and who's going out. It's lucky that Vyman as well didn't block that, and yeah, it's a good start to the game just before half time as well. Here we go, Bryson. Can he unleash a great strike? Yes, he can. Oh my god, great Bryson. Haven't actually scored in quite a while with Bryson, and I didn't want to get rid of him. You know, when we started this season and we had to get rid of Butterfield and Johnson, if it was just like player X, and Butterfield was the younger one obviously, and Bryson was the older one, I would have sold Bryson, but because it's Bryson I just can't get rid of him. Can we get one more before the final whistle blows? Maybe. Rodriguez. Does that count as Rodriguez's goal, or is it an own goal? I'm not too sure, but it's 3-0 anyway, and it always does that. So frustrating. Like, the keeper wouldn't just chuck himself at the defender and make him concede. He'd just give him the time, and that's full time there. So we've got some scout reports back here for a couple of players. Mikel Antonio, I'm definitely going to look at him at some point in this career mode. Like, we are linked with him in real life, and it would be quite nice. Wellington Silva's actually 76 rated. I didn't realise that he'd grown so much, and he has gone to PSG for £6 million, which is probably about right. And Nathan is currently 6 million. Tremendous pace, tremendous dribbling, and yeah, just looks like a really nice player. Maybe we could pick him up on the cheap if Chelsea don't play. So I think we're going to be done for transfers for about now. You look at the amount we've actually brought in during this window. We've brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players, plus Albin Tozer on loan, who did join the club as well, so that's 8 technically. So they're all very good signings. I think they're all going to make a great impression in the Premier League and help us out a ton. Hahn in the last game was actually tremendous. He was a really nice goalkeeper, and that gives me confidence, because if Drommel does get injured or suspended, we've always got a good alternative. And yeah, I don't know what we really need to improve. If you look at the first team, I'd say defence probably is the major priority in terms of fullbacks, that's for sure. Probably a right back if Christian, Sessegnon and Cambo don't grow. We'll need to look into bringing in someone who's about 75 rated or so. But apart from that, we've got about 75 plus in every position. I know centre back, it's one of those things. We've got Hoban, who should grow to that rating pretty soon. He did quite well as well in the last game. But going forwards, we're okay for the next couple of seasons. Maybe a striker if El Kabir doesn't quite perform, and maybe Martin drops off as he gets older. But nevertheless, we're going to go into the final game of this episode, and it is going to be against Chelsea. Always like to see your guys' comments, and at the moment we are actually third in the table, and if we do win this game, we can actually go above them. So a big game. Can we beat another big team in this episode? I'm kind of amazed that we've got points against 3 points against Liverpool, a point against United, and obviously we beat QPR as well. So I kind of want to just go with the lineup again, because if you just keep doing the same thing over and over again and get the same results, then why change it? So yeah, I think we're just going to go into the game. Obviously the 2 Schalke boys should be back in about a month. They'll be nice additions to the next episode, and yeah, I think we're just going to go for that. So into the final game of the episode, and it is against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. They've got Thibaut Courtois in goal, Callas, Amaru, Antipia, Ivanovic, Mikel, Ramirez, Willian, Piezon, Oscar, and Diego Costa. I don't know why I call him Douglas, but they've actually got Hazard on the bench and a few other very good options. Here is our lineup for today's game. Probably going to sort out the kit numbers in between this episode and the next one. I think we're going to wait for the deadline day for the next episode, because maybe we just need to do something. I'm not too sure, but it's always nice to get your guys' input on who we should sign, and yeah, let's hopefully get a good result against a very tough Chelsea side. Oh, Diego Costa, damn it. Drommel kind of got a hand to it, but not quite enough to stop the almighty Costa. And we did actually have an injury shortly before that to Salabos or Calabos, or whatever his name is anyway. I'm not too sure if he's off the pitch as well. I think he is, so we are going to make a substitution. We've got about 3 minutes of added time, which is like 1 attack, so we really need to get something going. It's not quite worked out in this game for us, unfortunately, like the last couple, how we seem to have got the early goal and then managed to build ourselves quite nicely into the game. Chelsea got the early goal, and since then they've just bored me to death with incredibly boring passing, and that's full time. So yeah, just Chelsea tactics, get a goal, park the bus, and get the 3 points. So nothing really I could do in that game. But I think in the next episode I might be tempted to try starting Wilson, because he is a lot more dangerous than Martin, that's for sure. But I really like Chris Martin. I don't want to just get him out of the squad. Maybe I'll play Martin in the bottom 10 teams, and then for the top 10 teams I'll play with Wilson, something like that anyway. But you look at the table so far, we're doing well. No real worries. Obviously there's a few teams that need to play. Like we're on 4 games and they're on 3, so we're just going to simulate and see if that does work out. So Sabalos is going to be out injured for the next 3 weeks, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time I'm glad that we have the time to be able to replace him during this window. Maybe we need to bring in another centre attacking midfielder. I'm not too sure, because you look at our other options on the reserves. Weimann, that's kind of it. Like, he's our player. Is he good enough in the Prem? Maybe, I'm not too sure, but leave your comments down below. Maybe we can bring in like a young centre attacking midfielder. I think we've got Nori, who we could bring on loan. He's an option we could always look into, but I kind of just want to play my players, because the problem is with a loan, now come to the club, you get them really good, and then if you want to buy them, they're going to be like 2 or 3 million more than before. So I'm not too sure. We're just going to simulate by one day, see if the table does move about a little bit. So looking at the table to end off this episode, we've only lost 1 game out of 4, which is not bad at all. 2 wins and 1 draw as well. Plus 1 goal difference. Like, we're not really doing that badly. Maybe we need to score a few more goals, but we're winning. We've got some nice amount of points. You look at Man United and all them teams down there, like Southampton and Swansea. They're probably really good Premier League teams, and they're not doing too well. Aston Villa, 0 points out of 4 games. Where have I heard that before? But anyway, I think we're going to end off the episode here. It's been quite a long one anyway. We haven't made any signings, but we have got time in the next episode. I'm going to try and see if we can renew Kio's contract, probably play a training session as well with some of the players, get their ratings up, and potentially looking to bring in another centre attacking midfielder, maybe just on loan, maybe a really cheap alternative like a 66 rated player or something who's got really good dribbling. Maybe that's what we need, because I kind of see Vyman as a bit more of a winger. Same with Rodriguez. I don't really see them as cams, and I don't know, maybe Rodriguez would work at the cam position, but I think for the time being we're just going to wait on that transfer front until the next episode, and I might do a squad report in the next episode as well, see how our new players are doing so far, and yeah, that's about it. I think if we could smash over 35 likes, that'd be absolutely fantastic. A really nice start to the Premier League, getting up to 7th position and getting 7 points on the board. So smash the like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and see you soon.